Hey, what's up, Dream Team? It's your boy, this is Dream, and I'm back again with another vid. Alright, so today we got another reaction quest. What we're about to react to is Sora vs Pit, Kingdom Hearts vs Kid Icarus Death Battle by Screw Attack. Now, I don't know that much about Pit of Kid Icarus. I just know, like, I know he's an angel, of course, you know, Kid Icarus, obviously. But I know a whole chapter book of Sora from Kingdom Hearts, because Kingdom Hearts is literally one of my favorite games. I played Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and all the rest of them that been on PSP and the DS's. Yo, your boy is a big Kingdom Hearts fan. Trust me, I am. And y'all already know who I'm rooting for. So, yeah, I know y'all didn't come here to hear me talk. We just gonna jump into this video. But before you do, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to more for more lit content if you do. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this video, guy.
If the fate of the universe is at stake, the last person you should trust to save it is a naive teenager with magical weapons they don't understand. But everybody does it anyway.
Like Sora, the Keyblade wielding savior of Kingdom Hearts.
And
Sora
Pit,
all day,
the angel
bro.
warrior from Kid Icarus.
He's whizzing on boomstick.
And it's
I'm
our
telling you, man, I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out, bro.
To find out who would win a death battle. Once upon a time, there was a small child full of promise named Sora.
And he lived on the one and only Destiny Island.
Yeah.
Sora and his friends Riku and Kairi grew up honing their athletic skills by playing sports with Final Fantasy characters who don't judge Sora's fashion choices. Wait a minute. What the hell are Final Fantasy characters doing there?
A hint of things to come. For the longest time, the residents of Destiny Island lived a peaceful
Dang,
life.
he's short.
But it wasn't long until a soulless embodiment of evil.
I mean, I can't judge. I'm short too, but I ain't 5'2".
Heartless.
But the
5'6".
arrival of these creepy crawlers wasn't the only surprise. Alongside the darkness
Heartless.
came light in the form of a
Heartless.
Keyblade, which is the key to
Heartless.
fixing everything. Super subtle.
This Keyblade in particular was known as the
Kingdom Key, yeah.
and was drawn to Sora thanks to his pure heart. With the Kingdom Key, Sora had the means to combat the Heartless.
By unlocking doors?
Well, yes,
That's what
the
a
Keyblade
guy,
can
bro.
get
He's
past
so-
almost any lock out there. But despite not having a long, sharp edge, it's a surprisingly deadly sword.
It's a
That-
key, it's a
that was,
sword, and it's also
that was a fire-
wand.
that was a fire
Sora
battle
can
right
use
there.
it to cast all sorts of magic spells like a wizard. He can even shoot a laser beam all the way to the moon.
Unfortunately, despite his newfound weapon, the Heartless were overwhelming. The darkness washed over Destiny Island, and just like that, it was gone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that was a tragedy right there.
How is it?
But thanks to cosmic reasons, Sora wound up face to face with Goofy and Donald Duck. Yep, he ended up in the most magical place on Earth, Disney.
If you're confused, don't worry. You are not hallucinating. Somehow, in some way, this impossibility exists. Turns out, while Goofy and Donald have been lovable cartoons for decades, they're also world-hopping warriors.
Oh my
Yep.
god, that's the best thing
That's
ever!
somehow they
From
did
then
it.
on,
Somehow they
Sora
did it.
teamed up with his new friends to lock the doors to the Hearts of Worlds, saving them from the Heartless grip.
And he wasn't even old enough to get a driver's license.
While Sora may not have been strong enough to save Destiny Island, he quickly learned an enormous amount of talents perfect for beating back the darkness.
Including some genuine ass-kicking magic, like shooting fireballs.
He did, yeah. I remember, bro.
Fighting with
I remember
lightning,
I
and
was
more.
battling
He can
Heartless
reflect
like
projectiles with
every
his
single
time,
second because I was making sure that I get to the
objects,
highest
and
level, bro.
He's got
It took me
bunch
a
of
long
other
time, but
magic
trust me, I
effects,
got
but
up there.
My favorite is Ragnarok, which fires a bunch of homing energy beams. And I guess he's got some magic abilities that don't involve beating monsters up, which I think is pretty lame, but Wiz insists we talk about it.
Thanks to the Kingdom Key sword, he can use spells which remove negative effects,
Yeah.
including curing his own wounds. He can also glide like Peter Pan and teleport like Figment.
I still don't know if we should call it a sword, but Sora can
He's
make
still
even better
stuck on that, bro.
keychains. They can even transform the whole Keyblade into more powerful
Yeah.
versions with way more badass names, like Oathkeeper.
With all these abilities, Sora battled the Heartless and took the fight to the man who discovered them, Xehanort.
Xehanort,
He even
yeah.
defeated Xehanort's Heartless and his Nobody.
Oh, that's kind of harsh, Wiz. Why you calling him a nobody? Somebody.
No, see, a nobody is a somebody without a heart. But a heartless isn't a somebody or a nobody, though they may have been a somebody filled with anger. Like Scar from The Lion King.
Well, I'm a somebody that's really, really confused.
But to save all worlds, Sora found he had to be insanely strong, fast, and tough.
He's speedy enough to run up a building and quick enough to dodge magic lightning.
Not just magic lightning, real legitimate lightning from the sky. A feat which could only take mere milliseconds.
Sora put all that speed to good use once by
Oh yeah,
blocking
that
hundreds
was
of
lit,
lasers
bro.
from
I was
damn
pressing
near
triangle
every
for so
angle in just a
freaking
few
long,
seconds.
bro.
So it's safe to say he's no slouch.
As for his strength,
Bro,
not only
my
has he giant
my
building
thumb
structures
pressing
of
button
these,
was
he's
hurting,
launched
bro.
them
It
as
was cramping.
projectiles. Though gravity is in flux here, a building this size normally weighs around 100,000 pounds.
He's held back 2 of Cerberus's heads and went toe-to-toe with
Hercules,
You know,
yeah.
the demigod who threw a giant rock monster into space?
Although this Titan's shape is too inconsistent to scale, by treating him as a series of cones made of granite, we can estimate his weight as over 1,600 tons.
That's like throwing 200 T-Rexes into the sky. So, yeah, Herc is really, really strong. And Sora can take a hit from him. No problem.
Honestly, Sora's ability to take a hit might be one of his strongest characteristics. He's survived the jaws of Cerberus, ancient Chinese dragons, being shot by a musket, and, hell, the fires of Hades.
But he isn't without his downfalls. While he's strong in his own right, he relies a lot on his friends. Like, all the goddamn time.
He
I
can't even enter
mean,
his
that
fancy
is,
drive
I mean,
forms, which
yeah.
boost his power
Hey,
to give him an extra
hey,
keyblade.
he was
without
still doing
help
this
from
thing. Y'all
Goofy
can't
and
say he
Donald.
wasn't.
So in a broad scope, he's
Yo,
fairly
I
limited
remember
on
this
his
one
own.
fight I had
No big deal, though. Luckily
on
for
Kingdom
Sora,
Hearts 2.
most blocks
I had to fight
only
Sephiroth.
need one key.
Bro,
Uh-huh. I'm not sure.
fighting
if that
Sephiroth was no
profound,
joke, bro.
or just
It was no
stupid.
joke.
Brad, you're stupid.
The heart may be weak, and sometimes it may even give in. But I've learned that deep down there's a light that never goes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Let us return to the distant past, to an age long ago, when gods and man lived together in harmony.
How long ago was this?
25 years ago.
What?
Anyway, the kingdom of Angel Land was ruled
Oh,
by
man,
two
I'm
goddesses.
done.
Palutena, the goddess of light, and Medusa, the goddess of darkness.
Who pretty much treated everyone like crap by turning people into statues and destroying their crops.
Damn.
But hey, what do we
Wasn't that
think of
Avatar?
the being who holds the title Goddess of Darkness? She's just doing her job.
Angered by these misdeeds, Palutena transformed Medusa into an ugly, one-eyed, parcel-tongued monster and banished her to the dark underworld.
Talk about throwing shade. Long story short, Medusa waged war with Palutena, who summoned the greatest hero Angel Land has ever known. Pit.
My arrows will stop that Apricus Maximus.
No, definitely not that one.
Ooh,
This
I'm about to say, what is that?
Greatest
What is
hero
that?
ever? More like his mom needs to drop him off at elementary school.
Don't let looks fool you. Pit may seem young, but he is the captain of the Icarus army, keepers of the peace.
He's
and
well
personal guards
over
to
the
Lady
age of
Palatena's
25.
son.
Wait, you're telling me this Cupid-looking kid is the captain of an army? Well, at least he
What?
can climb.
This
with
dude
them.
is literally, they say he's well over 25. That's
Actually,
crazy.
he can't.
What? Look, he's flying right there.
Dang, he's short
Well, Pit
too.
may have superhuman abilities, but he can't actually fly on
Oh, so
his
they
own.
don't know his
Thankfully,
age. They don't know
Palutena
his age.
regularly grants him mystic wings, which do allow flight, though they can only exist for up to 5 minutes. After that, they burst into flame, sending Pit careening to a horrible end.
Holy shit. So the captain of an angel army doesn't have his own working angel wings. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah, it's a little strange, but don't try to bring it up. He's a bit touchy on the subject.
Anyway, Pit managed to defeat Medusa, and everyone lived happily ever after. Just kidding, Medusa came back 25 years later, looking better than ever, by the way. And this time, Hades came along to mess things up too.
Oh
As
god.
captain of the Icarus army, Pit has some extensive training under his belt. How else would all these soldiers save Palutena from a sudden invasion of vegetables?
Right. But what's a soldier
Wow,
without
that's
his
got
weapons?
awkward.
Pit's got a huge arsenal of weaponry.
He's well known for his
Oh, yeah,
archery
that
skills
staff.
and shows it off with his trusty weapon of
They got
choice.
a staff.
the
I remember he has
bow.
a staff.
This bow
It turns
uses
into
awesome
dual blades.
laser arrows that can actually
and
be
turns-
guided by Pit.
turns
And if his
to a,
enemies get
bow and
close,
arrow.
Pit can split the bow into 2 short blades for quick, deadly slices.
Yeah,
Now
and
that's a
I think he has a
practical
shield too. I
He
think
is
he has a
highly
shield.
skilled with several classes of weapons. His arsenal has been imbued with the strength and power of the gods, making humans incapable of wielding them.
These range from orbitars, like floaty shoulder cannons that can also block attacks, to blades, cannons, claws, hammers, staves, clubs, and weaponized tattoos. I
What?
wish my tattoo was a weapon.
Weaponized
Anyway, all these
tattoos.
weapons were forged by Mentos, the god of forge.
Dentos.
Dentos, the fresh maker. And the guy who also crafted Pit's ultimate weapons, the 3 sacred treasures.
Hidden away in 3 sealed caskets, the sacred treasures consist of Angel Land's mightiest weapons, which can only be used by the most heroic and worthy of heroes.
The mirror shield reflects projectiles.
Yeah, the shield,
The wings
yeah,
of
yeah,
Pegasus
right.
give Pit unrestricted flight and improved speed. And the arrow of light is the ultimate weapon of the gods that can murder basically anything.
The Arrow of Light is absolutely the deadliest weapon in Pit's arsenal, and increases in power based on Pit's own health and strength. And when all 3 treasures come together, Pit is
Uh-oh.
granted the legendary Silver Armor.
You tapping into my stash of booze, Wiz? That's not silver, it's gold.
Well, colors are different in heaven, I guess.
Weird. Well, Pit's learned several abilities throughout his adventures, like healing, dropping mines, and making his arrows invisible.
This game
And
look
all of his
lit,
skills
though.
came in handy. Not only
No
did
lie,
he
this
defeat
game look
Medusa,
lit.
but he's taken on alien pirates, a space kraken, and the god of death, Thanatos.
At one point when Thanatos attacked a village, he launched a large boulder which Pit obliterated so thoroughly it was completely pulverized in midair.
Dang.
Wait a minute. How are those Trojan horse Star Wars walkie thingies not tipping over?
Focus, Boomstick. Pulverization is defined as reducing an object to dust, which certainly applies here. To determine the force necessary to do so, we first need the size of that boulder. For that, we'll compare the boulder to those pillars.
Oh, here comes the math. Strap on your pocket protectors, nerds.
Alright.
Thanatos, when standing near the pit, appears to be about 11 feet 6 inches tall.
Uh-huh.
By comparing his height to the pillars, we've determined them to be 18 feet tall. By comparing that to the boulder, it's clear it has a diameter of 115 inches. To pulverize a stone this large, Pit's strike must have outputted energy equal to nearly 1,600 pounds of TNT.
Damn, little angel kid can dish it out.
Pit's also incredibly quick. He was able to maneuver, react, and fly from the top of these clouds to the lunar sanctum in less than 40 seconds. Despite looking like one, that's no moon. It's a space station, orbiting the Earth at a similar altitude to the International Space Station. The average distance from the ISS to the highest cloud layers is about 242 miles, meaning Pit must have flown around 21,600 miles per hour.
Dang.
That's Mach 28. Suck
That's
it,
quick.
Star Man.
Not
Pit
only
quit.
that, Pit dodged a laser which covered this distance in a fraction of a second, most likely moving a little over 90 million miles per hour.
Oh my god, that not moon thing really is the Death Star.
With Pit's superhuman durability, he's tanked hits from gods and taken falls that would turn any normal man into,
An angel?
well, a dead man, yes. In his final duel with Hades, the god of the underworld, Pit took a devastating blow that sent him plummeting at least 2,000 feet. Given Pit's weight, the impact of that fall would be over 8 tons of force.
And he was fine! This Hades guy can cut through giant diamond spires, so a hit from him could be as powerful as nearly 30 tons of TNT.
Of course, while Pit may be formidable, he's not perfect. He has been tricked into losing fights multiple times, and often relies on assistance from his godly allies.
But this kick-ass angel isn't afraid to charge headfirst into a fight,
Dang.
even with his wings on fire.
In the name of the goddess Palutena, defender of all that is good, those who hide in the darkness will be made to face the light.
I never actually heard him talk all like that before.
Alright, the combatants
I know
are
him by
set.
Smash
Let's
Bros.
end
That's
this
basically
debate
it. I
once
just know
and
him by
for all.
Smash Bros.
But
That's basically
first, all
it.
this
So
talk
yeah.
about... Oh!
Alright, y'all, here we go. My money's on Sora.
Lee, go get him, pal! What he said?
So, whose rear am I
They
keeping
did
this
Donald
time?
Duck wrong, bruh.
to keep you waiting.
Oh, here we go.
Take this! Fire!
Alright. Reflecting shield,
I've seen
alright.
candles that are scarier than you.
I'm not gonna lie. That was funny. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny, bro. I didn't do my boy Sora like that. Uh-oh. Come on, Sora. Come on, bro. Put that work in, bro. Put that work in. There you go. Dodge it, bro. Dodge it. Oh.
Whoa! You can teleport? Mind blown. Let's see what you think of this.
Yeah, bro. We getting this, bro.
For shame.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Bro, you got hit by that again, bro. Y'all forget how badass Sora is. Y'all be forgetting. I think I remember that technique. I forgot what technique that was.
Time to end this. You said it.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Attaboy, Sora!
That's what I'm talking about, bro. Sora all day, bro. I told y'all, man.
Son,
Y'all can't tell me nothing when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, bro.
Experience, but he couldn't beat Sora's strength, toughness, and speed.
Pit may have dodged a laser moving 90 million miles per hour, but Sora's reaction speed was quick enough to dodge natural lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke, which constitutes the bright flash, moves at around 220 million miles per hour, over twice as fast as Pit's.
That combined with his teleporting and time manipulation powers meant Sora was just too quick for Pit to land very many big hits. Plus, when Sora shot that Keyblade beam to the moon, it took 1 second flat.
That's 1.28 times the speed of light, much faster than anything Pit's reacted to before. Of course, Pit did have enough weapons to keep Sora busy, but Sora's impressive and wide-ranging magical arsenal provided multiple counters for pretty much anything Pit threw at him, including superior healing techniques.
Hey, remember that building Sora cut through? Slicing it up like Swiss cheese was impressive enough, but this building was completely made of stone from top to bottom, and Sora cut through 7 at once!
These buildings may have been composed of a modest stone like granite, which has a minimum shearing strength of 14
Sorry, I'm not
megapascals.
talking so much.
In
It's
comparison
my
to
throat. My
Sora's
throat
height,
kind of
each
hurts.
building was about 23
So I
feet tall.
can barely talk
By
about that
measuring
much.
Sora's largest slash and the distance
I should have
cut
mentioned.
through
I should have
all
mentioned
7
that from the
buildings,
beginning of the
we can
video.
determine
Y'all
Sora's
probably
strike
wondering why I'm not
margins
talking all
equal
that much.
at minimum 78 tons of TNT.
That's way more than Pit's boulder pulverizing feat. No wonder this guy beat Herc.
Speaking of which, let's compare some of the strongest beings Sora and Pit have taken hits from. The amount of energy needed for Hercules to throw that rock titan into space had to have been around 24 megatons of TNT. whereas Hades strikes were equivalent to only 30 tons at best.
So Pit had never survived anything close to Sora's strongest attacks.
Nowhere
Just by
near,
numbers
bro.
alone, Sora's strength, speed, and durability just outclassed Pit. And the Keyblade by itself had a way more impressive track record than any of Pit's weapons. You might say
Exactly.
it was the key to this fight. And when we pit them together, one of them was bound to be a Sora loser.
The winner is
This little
Sora.
guy, man. This man funny, bro.
Thanks for watching. Check out the exclusive commentary on this
This
episode.
little guy,
Watch
man. This
right
man
there.
funny,
And thanks
bro.
to the Cloud Gaming for letting us use their sprites in this
Alright,
battle.
let's
Check
see-
out the
let's see
latest
who's
game
next.
and the
Let's
music
see
used
who's
in the
next.
battle in the links in the description.
Let's see who's next.
It's getting freaky, creepy.
Oh, is that Leo? Leon? Huh. That death battle looks kind of interesting. I know who Leon is, but I don't know who Frank is. But yeah, that death battle looks kind of interesting though. But let's go ahead and talk about this death battle with Sora and Pit. I knew it was no competition. Cause like, look. Y'all probably coming to me because I'm such a Kingdom Hearts fan. You probably think like, there it is, man. You a Kingdom Hearts fan. Of course you're gonna be, of course you're gonna be all on the side with Sora and all that. Like, look. I played almost every single game of Kingdom Hearts except for 3, which is coming out this year. I think. Look, I've already seen these feats, man. He battled Hercules, bro. He cutting through buildings like it's nothing, bro. Like, dude, like Sora's a legend. He's a legend, but he's short though. I did not know that. He looked tall in the games I be playing, but hey, short. Hey, that just proves that short people, we got our thing going on. Cause I'm short too. I'm 5'6", so yeah. Oh man. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction video. If you want to see the original video, I'll put the link down in the description below alongside my social media such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat. So go ahead and follow me at Mama Snap. If you have a reaction quiz, hit me up on my IG and my Twitter, or comment down below this video. Let me know what you want me to react to next, or if you have an idea of the next lit video. And yeah, Dream Team lit, always lit, and forever be lit. And remember, don't go to sleep and dream about your dreams. Get up and chase them. Simple as that. Until the next lit video. Dizzy Dream out.